What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 4. Last time, we got back on the Merkba. Duvalie and Crow have officially joined the fold, and we started doing our bonding events for now. But we're going to continue finishing off the last bonding event we need to find, which I think is with Crow, because there's no others here to look at, so I feel like it has to be Crow for the final one. But before we do that, I want to talk with everyone on the ship because we haven't actually talked to everyone, see what everyone's up to. So we're going to do that first. By the way, you don't have to do the bonding events all right away. You could start, like, if you wanted to, you could, you know, go out and, like, do some of the requests and do them later because you can always just come back to the ship. But I just figure, why wait to do them? We're already on the ship, why not do them now? Are you still keeping in touch with the other members of the Wind Orchestra, Elliot? Yeah, well, Bridget and Hebel at least. Hebel's in the military band now. But none of us have had any luck contacting Mint. That checks out. Still, that's a pretty good percentage. I'm glad that you're all still so close. Do you ever regret not joining a club yourself, Reen? I know it probably sounds rich coming from me, considering how often I got you to give up your spare time to help the student council. Maybe sometimes. I think not being in any one club actually allowed you to meet a lot more people. Yeah, I guess you have a point there. So Monica's been working to distribute welfare supplies in Northumbria. Yes, we can count ourselves fortunate that she's nowhere near the dangers of the war for now, at least. Have you been able to get in touch with Dorothy yet? I've tried, but she's still not answering any calls. Monica and Dorothy. Sounds like you're still close to your old club members then. Now I think about it, have you heard anything about Klein or Casper? I think Klein joined up with the Imperial Army last minute and was assigned to the Intelligence Division, though that's the last I heard of him. I guess that's only to be inspected. Intelligence Division personnel have to adhere to a high level of confidentiality, though I am rather curious how he plans to act given the current circumstances. Casper works in shipping in Lamar, but with the way things are, he'll probably be drafted sooner or later. That's true. I really am worried about everyone. Just remember, we are all students of Thoris. None of us are likely to be done in so easily. We have to trust that the rest of them are doing alright as well. That's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah, I forgot about Klein and them. Muse's back over here. Hey, Eustace Kurt, taking some time out for some tea? I never thought of it before, but tea really does suit you guys better than coffee. Tea, coffee, it all depends what I'm in the mood. What mood I'm in. From what I hear, Machias is a coffee drinker through and through. Which do you prefer, Instructor Rain? When I was growing up, I used to have a lot more time to sit down and enjoy tea. But since I started work, I've probably been drinking coffee more and more. Probably does a better job of keeping you awake and alert when you're busy. Yeah, that's one aspect of it. Coffee's fine, but in my opinion, nothing can beat a nice cup of tea. Would you like to try some? This is one of my mother's blends. The Stormwatcher's blends are a force to be reckoned with. A perfect combination of refreshing scents and rich flavor. That's quite the sales pitch. Next time I have a moment to breathe, I'll be sure to join you for a cup. Cool. Hi, Celine. Throw anyone out on the deck? Oh, it should just be Fee still. Alright. Let's talk to Crow, see what's going on with him. Yep, wrong room. How are you feeling, Crow? Physically, I mean. Pretty damn spry, actually, thanks to you. I ain't just sporting my pistols this time around, either. I went and dug up a double saber, too. You need any baddie sliced, dice, and full of holes? I'm your man. Roger that, I'll keep you in mind. Oh, Crow has a mode. We never got to use this because obviously he was never part of our group when we knew he used the double sabers. He really just used the guns. So he has a mode change just like Yuna. Gunner mode doesn't get the same attack. Okay, yep. Saber mode, okay, Gunner, yeah, swarm of enemies, got it. Crow can fish as well, okay. Alright, it's about time we head down to the surface. We're finding our friends, even if we have to turn the whole Empire upside down to do it. You can now challenge the rear area of Briona Island. We will have to go. Yup, it is Crow. Hey, Crow. Wait, is that Blade? Yep, first time I've touched it in a while. I've been looking for someone to play with to help me take my mind off things, you know? But I guess its glory days are gone. The Empire's got a whole new card game craze now, huh? Yeah, it's called Vantage Masters. Guess you wouldn't be that super familiar with it since you were still Siegfried back when it came on the scene. True that. Guess that makes me an outdated old fogey now, huh? Eh, what the hey. Might as well try and learn how to play. Get the old noggin up and running. So Crow wants to pick up Vantage Masters, huh? Probably make a good teacher as any. I can teach you how to play Vantage Masters if you're up for it. After all, I am the game master this time around. Ha! You got me there. Learning something from you might be a nice change of pace for once. Well, don't let me stop you. Teach away, Instructor Reen. Cocky punk. Not long after the Crow's crash course of Vantage Masters begin. Alright, so we got these Nadial cards, each one with 4 type attributes, magic cards and monster cards. You wouldn't think he was about to die a day ago. Looks to me like the battle begins the second you start constructing your deck. Right, it's important to maintain balance, but a riskier approach might build with a specific archetype in mind, for instance. Oh, I see. So this card combos off of the other one. Right. So you want to hold on to them until they're both in hand. I feel like playing a card game with gloves on would be kind of uncomfortable. Using your cards in suboptimal situations just because you could make for some major misplays, just like in Blade. In other words, timing is everything, I getcha. Alright, I think I've got a pretty good handle on this now. Want to try a real match? Absolutely. After all, actual competition's only the real way to learn, right? Oh, now you're sounding like a real instructor. Let's get started then. Go easy on little old me, alright? I want Reen to eventually ask Crow about Stark. I will, instructor's honor. Reen tried to treat Crow as a normal opponent, while still accounting for his lack of experience, however. I activate my Curia Bell skill. Your front row's out of here. Ouch, should have seen that coming. You're picking up on this so quickly, it's insane. Too insane. You're not a beginner at all, are you? Guess the cat's out of the bag. I mean, technically, this is my first time actually playing. Those Zephyr guys played it all the time during breaks back at the workshop. Sometimes I'd watch their matches. Guess I managed to pick up a few things. General rules, effective strategies, that kind of stuff. You're able to play this well just by recalling the matches you've watched? So you're playing dumb from the very start? Also, you could hustle me? Forget Crow. We should start calling you Shark instead. Hey now, mind games are half the battle, no? You keep acting all soft like that, you'll never get anywhere. Oh, don't worry, I know. I strike in my Ranger with Blaze, then use her to attack your Curia Bell, destroying her. The hell? Wait, don't tell me you read me all along. Like a book. I'd like to think I know you well enough by now. I just made sure to keep a few tech cards in hand just in case. Oh man, you straight up crushed me there. Guess you did have a whole year and a half to make some headway, though. And look at me, just treading water where you sail right past. That's all I can do to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. That was the goal. Besides, you finally managed to take a few steps forward yourself, right? Yeah, but I have you guys to thank for that. That's why I have to stick this out, right until my very last breath. I'll be counting on you out there, pal. Last breath, huh? Same here, Crow. Glad to have you back on the team. After taking a short break, the pair went their separate ways. Alright, well that's all of that, so now we can get started on the actual quest for the day. So let's go ahead and open the old tab for the first time in a while. Let's start with the Pink Death since it's the monster extermination one. Slay this horde of creatures, Parm by road. Got it. Does this refill craft points? Yep. That's fine then. How are you feeling, Reen? I'm an experienced healer. Just let me know if I can help in any way. Thank you, but I'm alright, really. Honestly, I'm just amazed you can command this whole airship. Well, I've had to take the controls for Father Thomas many times now. By the way, he and the commander have discussed it. And it seems they're going to take major steps to keep the gnomes and Ouroboros in check. Seems like everyone's making moves. We have a job to do as well. I want to make sure we do it right. All I can ask is that you do your best. I'll be here if you ever need me. Thanks, Rosine. Oh, okay, you travel this way. Yep, okay, so Parm by... Oh, we have all kinds of new areas to go to. We can go back to Briona Island. Alright, let's start with Parm by road. Reed, got a moment? Sure, what's the matter? You're going to disembark, aren't you? I have some good news for you. Horses? Yep, okay. A friend of mine is part of the Horse Riding Club 9s. I managed to arrange you so you may borrow a horse from them whenever you need, to make it easier for you to get around. That's great, thanks. It'll definitely make my life easier. At least till we can get a bike, but I don't really care for using the horses too much. Or the bike in general. Alright, where's that? Okay, so Parm by road. Okay, so it's not here, so it's gonna be Parm by road 2. It feels like it was a completely different game when we actually came here before. Got our squad of 6 for now. Where is it? Oh, it's gonna be right around this corner. Alright. Alright. Sure. Oh, this is all one enemy. Oh god. I don't know how many fights there are gonna be here, but oh my lord. Lovely.
行くぞ。すまない。頼む。まあ任せておけ。
You know what? We can go back to the ship anyway.
覚悟。俺の番だな。はっ。腹手か。
Oh my god, there's so many.
俺の番だな。
行きます。起動フラガラッハレッツ。行きます。任せるがよい。
Be gone.
行くぞ。
There's no way there's gonna be more than this, right?
許さぬ。
ありがとう。マイル。みんな、よし。
各所。
まだ。
Cool. The pink death completed. Alright, glad we can just fast travel. Just to be double sure. Alright, so, alright, what next? Ambergris armor. So we have to go to Orvid at Titus Gate for this one. Let's go ahead and do that one. We'll see who we can find where. Amazed we can just run up to Titus Gate. Yeah, Rein Schwarzer captured by the Imperial Army, just running around. Although he might not be as recognizable to your normal soldiers. Not in his normal getup either. Oh hey, it's Rex. Yo, Rein, Class 7. Man, have I been worried sick about you. I've heard about all the crazy stuff you've been through. Sorry to worry you, Rex, really. It's good to see you, though. Have we not met since graduation? I hear you're a photojournalist for the Imperial Chronicle. And, who's your friend here? You tell me you don't recognize him? He's a journalist legend. So you're the Ashen Chevalier himself. Pleasure to meet you, Rein Schwarzer. I had hoped our paths might someday cross. Well, it's nice to meet you. Wait a minute, his eyes. Didn't Una mention something about blind journalist? Yes, this is him. We met him once before in Alster. I must admit, I have no small interest in you and the situation surrounding you. But I'm afraid I have other responsibilities to attend to. That said, if you have time later, I would love to ask you a few questions. If I have the time, sure. Then I'll keep my fingers crossed. The military around here seems to have some itchy trigger fingers. Try not to give them any reason to pay attention to you, okay? Thanks, we'll keep that in mind. You see? The reporter from the Imperial Chronicle who was here before has turned up again. Wonder if he's come to collect information on the 16th Armored Division. Actually, I came just as the 16th Armored Division arrived. It was an amazing scene as the tanks filed through the gate in a long column. My mom lived through the 100 Days War. I wonder what she felt when she saw all that. Hello, Orvid. I must have dropped it then. It's the only explanation. However, I can't get through the checkpoints to recover it now. How could this be happening? Excuse me, are you Orvid? You placed a request. Have I met you before? Anyway, I'm just so glad that you've come. I had this very rare ambergris. It's used as a special ingredient in the most amazing dishes. But there was a hole in my bag. It must have fallen out. Losing a legendary ingredient like that is the worst mistake I have ever made. For a food merchant, this is as close as it gets to losing your life without losing it. You really are my last hope. Could I beg you to go find my ambergris for me? You certainly make it harder and harder to say no. Please calm down, Orvid. We'll help you with this. Are you serious? Great, Eidos must have sent you herself. First, there's something I want to ask. This mysterious ingredient, ambergris, you said. What exactly is it? And how is it used in cooking? Yes, of course. Let me explain. Ambergris is a kind of stone created in the intestines of whales. Or in layman's terms, a whale turd. And you say this is edible? Now it has many uses. Medicine and perfume are just a couple of examples. It's extremely rare, so its trade price is even higher than the same weight in Goldia. The aroma is exquisite, not dissimilar to pheromones, and the taste is singular too, so I hear. Once in a blue moon, it can be gathered along the coast of Oridus. You'll find that people know it well around there. Oh, do you think? Yeah, I think Freddy would know the most when it comes to this. Do you have any idea where you may have dropped the ambergris? The most likely locations are the Parn By Road and Old Agria Road. I stayed in Parn before coming here. I traveled using both roads. The problem is that there are a total of 3 pieces of ambergris. I may have dropped them in different places, so I need you to look on both those roads. I see. We'll start looking on Parn By Road since it's closest. The aroma will tell you when you're close by. I'm counting on you. Yeah, sure. We'll go look for your whale poop. Alright, well, let's see. Parn By Road. We can even go to Hamel if we want to. I don't think we need to at this point. Well, right in this moment, rather. I don't think these monsters are going to want to pay us any attention. Yeah. I won't worry about the monsters for right now. Oh, I wanted to check, we got Reen's white shirt. Does that mean, no. You can wear his torn coat if you want to, though. Just not a clean version of it. Alright, well. Oh yeah, now we can do all these trial chests. Maybe we'll handle a trial chest or two after we handle this request before ending the video. Oh wait. Yeah, I think Act 2 is spread into like 3 or 4 parts like this, where we have like a handful of requests and then we move on, if I'm recalling correctly. Oh hey, we have one of the trial chests up here actually. May as well do it since we're here. Oh, but you probably need the required people, Altina and Yuna. I don't have them with us, yeah. Alright, so we'll definitely do that later then. Pardon me. There's a gray substance over here. Oh, you're right. Good job, Altina. This sweet, earthy scent. It matches up with what we've heard about the ambergris. The smell may be pleasant, but I would prefer not to handle it any more unnecessary. Alright, so, the other one was in Old Agria Road. Which we have not been to in this game yet. Wait, you said Old Agria Road. There's no exclamation point here. Is that what it said? Parn By Old Agria Road, yeah. Am I blind? Unless... Aha!
標的発見。警戒してください。
Does anybody else smell that? It's a sweet, rather earthy scent. Where does it originate from? From the top of that rock, I think. Matches up with what we've heard about the ambergris. Orvid really ventured out to a monster-infested place such as this? He should be more cautious. Okay, it's 2 down, 1 to go. We've checked all Parm By Road. I suggest we try Old Agri Road next. Alright, so it probably doesn't appear until you do the Parm ones. Now it's gotta be here, right? Yep, okay. It looks like there's people up there. Nope, you're not interested in us either. Well, since we're here for a request, I may as well run down these different roads and get all the treasure chests. Even though the monsters here are not going to be interested in us at all. With the amount of characters they give us in this game, I mean, it's probably best to get as much different orbments and stuff as you can. Where does Old Agria Road lead to? I mean, it's near St. Arc, obviously. Okay, it's east of Parm. Leading towards Lohengrin Castle and Legram.
Phew! お宝発見!
It's so weird to hear Crow's voice being in our party again. I mean, obviously we got to use him during the end of Cold Steel 2, but only in his Divine Knight. Oh, hey, it is Freddy. Is that Freddy fighting that monster? It seems that way. Look at that thing on the ground between them. It looks like ambergris. We can check on that later. Right now we have to help Freddy. Hey, Instructor Renaltina, how's it going? Give me just a sec. I'll have this Palooka licked in no time. I developed a new attack especially for thick-skinned foes like this guy here. Armor-piercing thrust. Nice work, Freddy. Looks like you've gotten even stronger. Thanks. Guess all the training was worth it. I've always said that creatures who die painfully taste terrible, no matter how you cook them. That's why I came up with a way to slay prey instantly, but I'm still perfecting the technique. You never change, Freddy. He really doesn't. So what brings you out here? Just monster slaying, or... Actually, I came all the way here to Sutherland to meet up with Kyrie and Tatiana. I went hunting for something to cook for dinner and spotted this hunk of ambergris. But that Blade Fang wanted it too. Well, you can work out the rest for yourselves. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Freddy, but we're gonna need that. Oh, that explains a lot. Usually only see this stuff on the coast. I was wondering what it was doing in a place like this. Here you go, Instructor. Thanks, Freddy. Orvid will be really glad to get this back. No problem, I gotta say, this Orvid sounds like my kind of guy. Mind if I come with you so I can meet him myself? Sure, if you want. Let's all return to Titus Gate. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Here's what we managed to collect. Wow, you found them all. I can't tell you how grateful I am. And you even protected the ambergris from the monster. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. No thanks needed, my friend. It's not often you get a chance to see ambergris in such large quantities. It was a great honor to see something so rare. Freddy sure has an eye for delicacies. It's rare to see someone your age truly understand the value of something as exquisite and special as this. But that's just the start of rare ingredients. There's this very unusual mushroom called a firefly fungus. Ooh, I've heard it only grows in areas with septium-rich soil. We should definitely see if we can find one. No problem, I know just the spot where they grow. Well, we can check this off the list. Thanks. Oh, okay. Oh, right, because they were semi-required. Could this be? Just a second, let me turn the video on. Hey, we're good. Just taking a breather, and you? Well, I've just received some info I'm sure you'll love to hear. We've gotten word that one of the missing students has been spotted. Really? Really? So in light of the new findings, do you mind returning to the ship to discuss our next course of action? Not necessarily right away. Whenever it's convenient for you. Got it. We'll see you soon. We're finally finding new leads. Although we still have an important request to attend to. Don't stress over it. We can get it all sorted out on time. We'll head back to the ship when we're ready. Well, have fun with your new best friend, Freddy. Oh yeah, now that Reen's back, we can start looking for items. Like gift items. I don't know why I just did that. We didn't even fight anything, but whatever. And I believe the other request was in Parm, right? Manager's residence in Parm. Alright, let's head there. Well, Reen, it's been a while since you were here. Oh, hey. Instructor Reen, I'm so glad you're alright. It's good to see you again. We heard what happened. Though I could hardly believe my ears. Are you sure you're alright? You might not think it looking at the hair color, but I promise I'm perfectly fine. Louisa, thank you for taking such good care of my students. It was a pleasure having them around. It reminded us of our time with Mint. We're always happy to help a friend in need. Especially when we can put people we're taking care of to work. Gahaha. They've been such a wonderful help. It was nothing really, just the sales slips and stuff like that. You've been very kind to me and Kyrie. Right, Kyrie's in Parm too. Yeah, she showed up just as Pablo was leaving. Anyway, don't you worry about the kids, we'll take care of them. We've had to tighten our belts lately, but they made our work a bit easier. We're happy to keep helping out. Thank you again for keeping them safe. That's good to hear. Alright, let's take a look. Manager Galart. How are you, Thor students? Kurt? Very well, thank you. I haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Galart. Are you well? Not too bad. Thank you all for coming this way. Your students have told me that you've been through a lot. I've certainly experienced some setbacks, but I assure you I'm completely fine, even if I do look different now. Instructor Reen has been very lucky indeed, escaping unharmed. We are watching over him to make sure he does not find himself in trouble again. That's right, we're all taking turns keeping an eye on him, please don't worry. Come on, you guys. So you got a bunch of students watching you like hawks so you don't get yourself hurt. Jokes aside, I'm glad you surround yourself with such sincere friends. It's been ages since I had a good laugh. Oh man, I'm feeling more embarrassed by the minute. Anyway, a lot's happened in Parm, hasn't it? You mentioned there was something you wanted our help with? Ah, right, I'd nearly forgotten about that. You see, something suspicious has been going on in Parm lately. We've had to comply with military requisitions a few times, which of course is understandable. But besides that, we've also been called upon to donate for a subsidiary fund. Yes, you mentioned that in the letter. It's a charity fund for struggling families of conscripts, right? Yes, that's right. It's mostly for the area around the capital. If the only worker in a household is drafted, the family's income disappears, right? There are remunerations from the military, but it isn't a lot. Additionally, it isn't delivered immediately. Here in the countryside, we help each other out, sharing our homegrown crops and such, but the city can't do without Mira. City people. So this fund has been established to help them make ends meet, pay their rent, feed their children. I see, so it's a social security system funded by charitable donations. Yes, exactly. We're not rich by any definition, but if those city families are to starve without our help, then of course we'll donate what we can. Then one day I was talking with my friend from the capital. Even though this was such a high-profile program, he had apparently never heard of it. What? Maybe you just didn't hear about it somehow? It's possible. Heimdallr is a big place, so maybe the subsidiary program hadn't been publicized where he lived yet. But it still set off alarms in my mind. There's no hurry, but could you look into this for me and put my mind at ease? Instructor Reen, it does seem fishy. I think you may be onto something. We'll ask around to find out what's going on. Thank you. It'll help a lot. Everyone in town is aware of the subsidiary program. I don't want to unsettle anyone by asking questions. If you could look into this for me, I'd be grateful. Sure, no problem. Let's begin our investigation. I wonder if it's going to be related to the guy we ran into in Crossbell. You know, the one who was that we ended up finding out was responsible for swindling the Capuas. But we took care of him in Crossbell, but then he got away. He got away anyway. Might be a good chance to ask about the subsidiary program. Subsidy. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Yeah, I just barged into your house. Reen asked about the subsidy program for the families of new recruits. Of course I know about it. You can't help but pity them, can you? Having family members drafted and ending up in need of Mira on top of that. Not to say we're well off, but we're still working and we have enough to eat. I asked my husband if he thought we could make a donation, and he told me to do as I pleased. He even brought out his mother's Septium heirloom for me. An heirloom made of Septium, that sounds quite valuable. The people raising funds for subsidies asked us to donate antiques or any precious goods made from Septium. Either that or works of art and musical instruments would also do. In other words, items that can easily be cashed in for a good price. Do you know when the donation collectors will be in town? Today, I reckon. Take a look at the flyers we just got this morning. Send a helping hand to compatriots in need. Will do, thank you. You've been very helpful. This seems like it's going to be a kind of a long side quest, so I think we'll save the rest of it for next time. And then we'll head back to the ship and see what they learned about a missing student. Who knows if it's going to be Elise, Alphen, or Toa. Well, obviously, they're all students, technically. Well, Toa not a student anymore. But most likely one of the branch campus students, I would imagine, or a main one. But that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.